Alrighty, good morning everyone. Welcome to another video. I am running to my box supply place. I need to go buy a big old bag of styrofoam peanuts for some packing I'm going to be doing today. And I figured I'd take this time to answer a few questions / comments that I've gotten on videos in the past. So I went through and grabbed a few, and I encourage you guys to, if you have any more questions that you would like me to answer on one of these kind of little drive and talk things, then drop them down below or ask them in any of the videos, and I'll pull out some of the ones I like and answer them in this kind of video. So, first question is from True Web Deals. Hi, by chance do you have any suggestions for organizing inventory? And there's more to that that comment / question, then I'll put it down below here, the full question. So I think it depends a lot, True Web Deals, on what you are selling. Like, I sell all kind of stuff: collectibles, electronics, board games, books, jeans, just you name it, all kind of stuff, right? So I find the best way for me to organize is just by category. Like, I have a couple of shelves that I use just for video games, and those are easy enough to find. You could just, I just kind of line them up and I can go through and pick them out. Board games are the same way. I stack them up on a couple of shelves. When the order comes in, I just go to my board game shelf, find the game, pull it down. That's easy enough. Now, if you have something, like a lot of multiples of something where it's really easy for them to all look alike, then you have to handle things differently. Like with the jeans, for instance, I pre-package all the jeans in either padded flat rate envelopes or in poly mailers if they're gonna, go first class. And this goes for like t-shirts and a lot of other clothing items like that. I pre-package them. I put, you should look, just search on eBay, not on eBay, on YouTube for like the clothespin inventory system. It works really well. I pre-package the stuff, attach a clothespin to it, and then I put a number on the clothespin, and then I put that number from the clothespin onto my listing. Now, I put it in the title. I know a lot of other people use custom fields for stuff like that. But then when the order comes in, I just look at the title, get the number. I know which box I have those clothespins in, and I'm able to pull it. And also write that same number on the bag itself. So it's 2 spots, just in case clothespins come off. So it just depends on what you sell though, right? Like if you're selling a bunch of little parts, maybe you need parts bins and you need to label those. As long as you have some kind of system in place that works for you, but it is important to have some kind of system, right? And we talked about this on the Reseller 6-pack show, that you need to have some kind of system, and a system that is bigger than what you currently are so that you can grow into it. You don't have to revamp the whole thing every now and then. So really good question. For me, I basically have my storage organized kind of like a department store, right? Like I have different departments, so I know when orders come in a certain item type, I know where to go, and that served me pretty well. I think I have maybe one out of stock defect in the past year, so it's working pretty well. So good question though. Organization is something a lot of people struggle with. I know I've struggled with it in the past. So all right, next question. This is from Destroyer76, and this is in reference to some inkjet ink that I sold, and I didn't have the expiration date because it was out of the package. It was in the little sealed baggies, but it wasn't in the box, and there was no expiration date on the packages. So he says, or she says, how can you guarantee to work fine ink with unknown expiration dates? Seems like a risky statement. So there's 2 ways I could have approached this ink, and that is, number one, I could just say, hey, this ink has an unknown expiration date. kind of bright here. Unknown expiration date, sold as is, no guarantees, this and that. And then certain percentage of the time it's going to work fine. Certain percentage of the time people are going to have trouble with it, and they're going to send it back anyway. I'm going to get an INET. If the ink doesn't work and they bought it from me, they're probably going to send it back, or they're probably going to, you know, open a case or whatever. That's the way I look at it. Like, most times, unless I'm selling something as parts not working, I stand behind everything I sell. So in this case, I have a couple of dollars into this ink. My past experience tells me that most ink works fine. I've actually never had problems with dried up ink or anything like that. I know some people have, but I have a reasonable expectation that ink will be fine. So I say it's guaranteed to work. And what that means is they buy it, I send it out. If they have a problem, I'll just go ahead and refund the money, no questions asked. So that's what I mean by guaranteed. It's risky, yeah, to an extent. I've got a couple of bucks in it. I've got a couple of bucks in the product, but I'm willing to stand behind it. You know, it's not like I'm going to take $1,000 hit or anything like that. It's a reasonable amount of risk, in my opinion. So, hope that answers that question. All right, next up, Rock and Roll Resale said, this is a comment more than a question, I prefer the microphone over the scanner in the eBay app, seems quicker. So this comment kind of blew my mind. I'm a little older, I'm 44. So I'm kind of used to voice recognition not being very accurate, not working very well. But the truth is, voice recognition has gotten really good. Like, anytime I've used Siri or, you know, different apps like that, they actually perform really well. And to be honest, I've never even thought of using voice. I see the button right there, of using voice within the eBay app to do searches. And I think that's a great tip. I need to try it. And they were specifically talking about, you know, looking up books. I'm going to give that a shot. I think it's an excellent suggestion. Voice recognition is good now, and I'm going to try it. It's kind of hard for me to trust stuff like that, but it's better now. So, excellent tip. We'll give that a shot. Okay, got my stuff. Got some peanuts, and I got a bunch of bought a bunch of packet paper too. They had a pretty good deal on. So, next question up. Frozen House. This is not QVC. Why waste time showing what you sold? You only take money out of your own pocket, blah, blah, blah. So the rest of it's down below. So this is a comment that I've gotten quite a bit. And man, I totally understand the sentiment. You know, why would you show people what to buy and sell? There's just going to be more buyers and sellers. And, you know, it makes sense. But, okay, there's a couple of things here, right? Number one, I enjoy making videos. And the videos I enjoy doing the most, by myself anyway. I enjoy doing videos with friends and stuff too, like talk shows and stuff like that. But the videos I enjoy doing the most are the ones that are about the stuff. I love stuff. I love learning about stuff. I love talking about the stuff. I just love the stuff. So I enjoy making those videos. Get a little AdSense from it. It's not a lot. I guess maybe it could be if I like really grew someday. Maybe it would be worthwhile as far as money goes. Now, the one thing that is very valuable as a result of me making videos has been the relationships that I've made. I have made quite a few really good friends, and not just internet friends, but real friends. You know, some I've met in real life, some I haven't. Man, I am so glad I made these videos. I can't tell you how valuable these friendships are, and you know, just the connections I've made, I've got all these different sources of knowledge now from that. So, I mean, I've given out some information, but man, I've taken a lot more information in due to that. And, but most important, I think the most important answer to this kind of question, though, is it doesn't really matter. Information now is free. If someone wants to know something and they're willing to put in the time to research it and to learn, then they will find the resource online. They will find the information. It is available. If I don't make videos, it doesn't matter. There's so many other people making videos. There's so much free content out there on web pages, Facebook groups, YouTube channels, and this is not just reselling. Every market or everything you might want to know information about, it's all out there. As long as someone is willing to put in the effort to get the information, they're going to get it. That's just the way it is, man. Information does not have value anymore. The value is in being willing to take the time to procure the information, and then of course act on it, put it into effect, and go out and actually buy the stuff, and then list the stuff, and pack the stuff, and ship the stuff. And man, I can't argue that more people are buying and selling because of this information, but don't fight it. Don't fight it. I mean, I guarantee you right now, there's a old guy in an antique store that is muttering under his breath about the prices he used to get for this piece of glass back in 1993. And he's been muttering about that for the past 10 years. Oh, I remember when I used to get $100 for this. Now I can't only get 10. That's what it is, man. That's just reality. That's where we're at. So ask those kind of questions. Why do you give all this information out? But the answer is, it doesn't freaking matter. Information is free. So suck it up, get used to it. I'm going to keep doing videos because I like it, though, most of all. So no hard feelings from me towards you. I understand the sentiment, but man, you got to get used to this information age. Information age means basically information has no value. It's too easy to get. So, all right, moving on. GM Auto maybe says, do you recommend listing Buy It Now, and why? I do recommend listing Buy It Now because I think I read a stat recently. I think like 90% or maybe more of sales on eBay are Buy It Now sales. People want their stuff now, and as a seller, I want to sell it now. Like, I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait 7 days to sell something after it goes on auction. Also, here's a good pragmatic reason. When you put something on Buy It Now, you could force your buyer to actually force your buyer to pay now. So you don't have to go through the whole wait for them to pay, and then if they don't, open the case and all that stuff. You don't have to deal with all that stuff. And I mean, honestly, with most things that I pick up, not all, most things I pick up, there are so many of that same exact item that are either A, already listed on eBay, and or B, have sold quite a few in the last 90 days. There's a commoditized price on these items, so there's really no purpose in putting them up for auction. If you have a really unique or special item that you don't know the value of, some items it makes sense to auction off, but overall there's not really much point. Buyers want their item now, sellers want their money now, and we basically have a price on most stuff. So why bother? Why bother with auctions? For the most part, only referring to eBay. What is the number on A box and the number B box? I get them all mixed up. So I answered this question. This is referring to regional A and regional B boxes. So I made a video a while back, I think back in January. If you just search Garage Flips regional box, then it should pull it up on YouTube. But I talk about this, and I know a lot of new sellers may not know how to use regional A and regional B boxes. Basically, guys, you order these regional A boxes, and anything you stuff into that regional A box up to, I think it's 15 pounds. Go watch the other video to make sure. But anyway, anything you could stuff and fit into that regional A box will ship at a 2-pound rate to that destination. So it's a great deal if you're shipping something that will fit in that box and weighs over 2 pounds. You should be using regional A boxes. Same thing applies to regional B boxes. The only difference is the max weight is like 20 or 25. Go look it up. I can't remember. And it ships, it's a bigger box. It ships at a 4-pound rate. So go check that out. I think this specific question refers to like what is the actual number of that box when ordering from USPS.com. And if you go look at that video, I'll tell you what, I'll link that video down below. If you look at that video, then in the description for the video, it has the direct links to the 2 different size regional A regional A boxes and the 2 different size regional B boxes. So there we go. Good question. Really need to get to know how to use those regional boxes, so guys. There's some occasions where it can save you a bunch of money. Okay, last one. This one's kind of, I don't know. This is from Denim Labels. And they say, don't waste time walking down driveways at garage sales. Just drive your car right up to the garage sale and tell them you're late for church. So I kind of laughed at that. I see the humor there. But I've gone to thousands and thousands of garage sales. Like literally thousands of garage sales. And I can tell you that if you pull into enough driveways, you are going to get blocked a lot unless you pull into the driveway and stop right away so nobody can come in behind you. If you pull into driveways, you will get blocked. You will end up waiting 5-10 minutes or more for, you know, numbnuts to go out to their car, move it out your way, and then you can leave. I don't want to deal with that, and I don't mind getting exercise. So I prefer to park on the curb and walk up the driveway, unless the driveway is like super long. There's always exceptions for everything, right? One tip I will give, though, when it comes to parking for garage sales, having been to thousands, typically most people, when they see a garage sale sign, they start thinking, I want to park right away. So most people park short of the garage sale sign. So I find that as long as you're willing to be patient and drive, you want to drive past the sign and then park. I always do better driving a little bit past the house and parking rather than parking short. I find I get a lot closer. So just a little odd, you know, trivial thing, but it can add up over thousands of garage sales. It could maybe, you know, buy you a little time. So guys, that is it. I just picked up a few questions. I'm almost home. I got my stuff. I do want to remind you, we will, for sure, John confirmed, we will be having our reseller, This Week in Reselling show this week. And I'm not sure which channel it's going to be on, but if you click on my link tree down below, you will see the This Week in Reselling Facebook group. Click on that, join it, and we will put the link to the next show there, because the show goes John's channel, my channel, John's channel, my channel, etc. So if you want to see where the show is going to be next and you want to get the link, that's the best way to get it, is just join that Facebook group. We also do a few little things, like a few of us you know, share different finds and sales and information, stuff like that. Fun, small group, fun group, got some good people there, so join us if you would like. So okay, I'm on the road one more time, and this time I'm gonna do something a little different than what I normally do. I'm actually gonna make a local sale, and I am going to sell, I have 2 fingerlings here. I have one here and one here. So I bought those thinking I could just flip them on eBay real easy, and they just aren't selling that fast. I've only paid I paid $14.88 or whatever at Walmart. And they didn't sell on eBay real quick, so I went ahead and took them down and put them up on Facebook Marketplace. And I got these two sold. Lady asked me how much for two. I was initially asking $30 a piece. And I decided $50 for two is good. Still making like 20 bucks. That's good enough. I don't love selling this kind of stuff. I don't have any moral issue with it. It's just, I don't know. It feels a little slimy. You know, I'm not going to judge myself or anybody else. I don't love dealing with these kind of, you know, hot toy things. But, you know, I think it's legit. I'm cool with it. I actually got two fingerlings. When I was at Walmart waiting on a tire repair, I got two. And then the other 6 that I picked up, Best Buy sent me an email. I opened the email and they had a picture of fingerlings on it. So I clicked on it and I went and bought 6 of them real quick. So I wasn't even really seeking these out, but they kind of fell in my lap. So I think after I sell these 2, I have 4 more. So any of you guys looking for fingerlings? Yeah, so I mean, I'll cut the price or whatever. I bought them at, you know, just $14.88. So I could just drop the price down to 20 bucks or whatever and get rid of them, and I think I will. Not really that excited with how this turned out, to be honest. So if you watch Steve and Stuff Resale Killers, I've been in touch with my buyer since 2 days ago. She said she was out of town. She had to fly in from Philadelphia, this and that. And we've kind of kept in touch. And she contacted me earlier today. We still on. And, you know, everything looks good. So I think this is going to be a pretty clean sale. One of the major things that I hate about local sales, or not hate, but just I don't like, is all the back and forth, blah, 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 chat. And then finally you can't get them to meet you, you know. And Steve and Steph have some good tips for that. You know, they're pros. They can, you know, have a sense for when someone's full of it and when they're going to meet, when they're not going to meet. They don't leave till the other person texts them, you know, stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, I really want, one of my goals for 2018 is to get more into the local sales game. I think it's huge, like they say, especially on Facebook Marketplace. Let go some. I like Facebook Marketplace better, though, for whatever reason. It just seems easier. It seems more legit, too, because it's like there's actual people attached to the accounts, you know. Like, I don't know. It just seems like it would be a more honest platform because people do everything else in their lives there. So let's see. I'm meeting them at Sam's Club here. I'll kind of park. Okay, deal is good. I got the money in my pocket. They were a little nervous. Like, I could tell when I handed them to her, she was kind of eyeballing them. And I said, yeah, you got to be careful. You know, there's a lot of fakes, knockoffs out there. And she said, yeah. She said, where did you get them? And she kind of, that's totally cool. Like, there's enough fakes out there that it's a legitimate question. And so I just told her, I said, look, I got a couple of them from Walmart and I got the rest of them from Best Buy, so I know they're good. I know they're legit. They didn't come from a shady source or anything. So, but yeah, that's done. And they got a decent deal. 25 a piece ain't bad. Ain't bad at all. If you haven't, you know, gotten them already, 25 a piece at this late date isn't terrible. So, hey, local sale. Boom, got it.